Hello, Daryl Michalak here for Community Cooking. I'm by myself, I'm outdoors, I have a barbecue behind me, so I must be barbecuing. That's right, today on Community Cooking we're barbecuing, but we're barbecuing something unusual, but I'm not going to tell you that right now. I'd like to thank our sponsor Safeway for getting all the produce and products we need for each and every show, and of course all our other sponsors and you, the viewer, for watching us. So Community Cooking will be back in just 2 minutes with some barbecue. Howdy, we're back. Like I said, it's a barbecue show. It's summertime. It's bright out. I hope you don't mind the sunglasses. The sun is so bright out right now that I need to keep on. I'll be just squinting all the time at you. Okay, this week on the show, it's barbecue, but it's unusual barbecue because we're going to be barbecuing pizza. That's right, barbecuing pizza. How do you say you do that? Well, I'm going to try to show you. This is a first-time event for me and a first-time event for you watching me do it. So, first thing we need to do is, here's a little tip. You're barbecuing. You got a nice area here, you got to have a cutting board. Well, maybe you don't want to cut on top of this plastic or this thing here, or you're unsure how clean it is. Well, what you do is you grab yourself some tin foil. I got some beautiful tin foil down at Safeway today. This is the Reynolds pre-greased or released non-stick stuff. So you fold it over top of the area you want to use, like so. Get another big piece here. And then what you have is an area that you've got covered with something, so if you're unsure how clean it was, or if you don't want to scratch it up or beat it up or any of that kind of stuff. But today I'm going to need a big area to bang out our dough on and to cut our veggies and such on, because it's going to be one heck of a good pizza. Okay, there we have it. That's our area for cutting. It's a great tip. Put some tin foil over top an area if you're unsure if it's clean or if it's not clean, or if you just don't want to scratch it up. This is the perfect way to do it. And I'll tell you, this Reynolds stuff that we got, I think it's Reynolds, yeah, Reynolds wrap, the release, it's non-stick aluminum foil, so it's really nice to work with. So, and you know, it's on sale this week. Now, probably when you see the show, it's on sale, but they have it down at Safeway, so go grab yourself some. Now, we're going to cut up. Now, first thing I'm going to do is going to warm up my grill. Now, I'm only going to use half the grill inside here. Here we have a nice big barbecue, nice big areas. What we're going to do is this side here is the side we're going to use for cooking our veggies and our meat up before we put it onto the pizza. So I'm going to turn on this side here. This side here is going to remain for our dough. And I'm not going to heat it up directly. Now, I had this on a few minutes ago because I was just firing up because it's the first time I used it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this grill out here, and it's a little warm, so move it up to here, and once again, I'm going to put some Reynolds wrap on top of my grill, because this is where we're going to put the dough onto. Now, we're going to have some fun with it. Oh, wind is out. We're having fun already. So we just fold that up. Oh yeah. Fold that up over the hot grate. Oh Lord, my fingers, I burnt them. No, I'm just kidding. It is hot though. Okay, so you can see my my tip idea there. Use lots of foil so it doesn't blow away. We'll fix that again in a minute here. Okay, so there's one piece, and then I'll use this other piece, seeing as it's there for this here on the back side of this, like so. It also keeps your grates clean. If you're worried about you getting your grates really dirty all the time, these are really good grates. And you know what? I get all my stuff from Safeway, and I gotta tell you, truthful, I got my barbecue from Safeway. It was great. Heck of a deal, good price, lovely barbecue. I was looking for a new one, and there it was. So not only food and produce, but I was able to buy my barbecue there too. So this side here, we're not going to heat up. It's going to be like our oven area. And take my foil that I lost over there, and I think what I'll do is, I realize that this piece here pops in and out, so I will simply wrap it with my foil like that, put that back in, and then I've got an area that I've got covered. I'm not going to cut up or scar or mark, and I still have a good cutting area. So hey, I changed my tip just a little, and my cameraman almost fell on his butt, but that's okay. Okay, so now our dough is rising. So it continues to rise in the sun here. It's very warm outside. I'll put this over top of it again just to keep it warm. Our dough is rising. Now, I gotta tell you, I was prepared to give you the best pizza dough recipe in the whole world, but I've yet to discover it. So be patient with me. That will come on a future episode. This is a quick pizza dough recipe that comes in that box by that great old man, Chef Boyardee. So I'm just using his dough for this pizza. So we got that covered, and we're going to turn on this side of our grill. Okay, first thing you do is turn it on, then you click, 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 and then it ignites. So this side is now heating. I'm going to turn it down to about a medium on my heat there. Close my lid so it's getting warm inside there. Very important. Have a lovely knife with me. Thank you, Lana, for sharpening my knives. Lana Wong, who works at our station there. I have my knives were getting quite dull. And what's going to be on the pizza today? Well, we're going to have a ton of stuff, but I'm going to cut it all very, very large. And the reason I'm going to cut it large is because we're going to grill it first, and then we'll cut it up afterwards. So we'll start with some coil chunks of garlic sausage. So open that up. Now you got to remember, a lot of these meats like this probably have a coating on them that you have to cut off before you cook. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut ourselves some very large chunks. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be like a real meat lovers kind of pizza here. Okay, and then we just take off the outside covering. What is that called again? The skin? I know they call it the skin, but it's a tube, you know, something like that. So we'll take that off our kubasa. We got 3 big pieces of kubasa. We're going to leave them large like this too, because the fact of the matter is we're going to cut them up afterwards before we put them onto our pizza. Okay, there we go. We'll cut that up. It's a very warm day, so we kept all this stuff cool till we needed it, and now we brought it out because we're going to use it. Okay, next we have pizza salami. So we're going to cut open our package here. Don't cringe. I'll try not to cut myself. I shouldn't say that, right? Because then I'm going to cut myself for sure. Oh, Daryl, when are you going to learn? I don't know. Okay, so we'll cut ourselves some nice thick pieces of the salami, pizza salami. I love salami. Oh, look at that. Oh, is that ever good looking salami too? Holy moly, that is wonderful looking stuff. Okay, so there's 3 large pieces of that. Of course, we'll take the skin off it. Maybe I can take it off this way. No, I'm gonna need my knife. Should have brought a smaller knife, but oh well. Big knife, big cook. Oh yes, yeah. Okay, so that's that piece up there. Now, the longer you let your dough rise, the thicker it's going to become. And I'm going to bang that down, and I'm probably going to make a thick crust pizza is my whole point here today. And it's going to be about the size of that grill that we covered with the tin foil. There we go. It'll come back to me. Okay, so there's 3 large chunks of that. And we also have some Thuringer summer sausage. I was looking for summer sausage, and then I saw this Thuringer, and I thought, well, that looks different. Then I read it. It was summer sausage, so this is exactly what I was looking for. And I'll tell you what, if you can't find something you're looking for when you're down at Safeway, just ask those nice folks, because they will help you find it. That is for sure. Now, the summer sausage, you can feel it's stiff. It's a stiff sausage. It's quite harder than these. These are soft, where this is very stiff, very thick meat, which is good. It's good. It's all good. And this one here looks like the skin comes off a lot easier on this one. Sort of coming off right away with me here, like that. And one more large piece here, like so. There we have it. And that's peeled too. Now that peels, but this is a second skin. So is it edible? It's quite edible. So we don't have to worry about taking that skin off. Okay, now we have our meat done. Our veggies are next. We're going to cut very large pieces of veggies. We have wonderful, lovely, colorful peppers. Daryl and peppers. Yes, Daryl and peppers. That's what I do. I love the peppers. Okay, so take our peppers. One thing you should remember is get yourself a garbage bag before you start any of this, which I didn't do, but well. There's another tip for you. Get a garbage bag. Okay, so cut that open like this. Take out the innards. So, pop that out, get rid of that. Shake out the seeds. Now, I'm just going to cut this in half is what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim it out a little. Get rid of some of that white stuff, which isn't bad for you or nothing like that. It's just not all that tasty. Okay, so there we go. That's that half done. And we'll trim this a bit. And don't forget to take off the stickers, which I often do, as I've done now. Cut right through them. There's got to be another half here somewhere. Oh, it's on the top there. Now, here's what I'm going to do, something a little different. This piece here, let's cut out the lid, or the handle, or the core, or whatever the heck you want to call it, the stem. And there we have a nice ring. I'm going to use that on the grill too. So there's some beautiful yellow peppers. Now we're going to do a red pepper here. Put that to the side. These red peppers always seem to have extra growth inside of them. But it's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. No. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Now we're going to cut our red pepper in half as well, like so. And there we have it. Cut out the white stuff a little, like that. And like this here. There you have it. Okay, bang off the few seeds that are left on there. Now, our green pepper. Take him apart here. Okay, and once again, we cut out the white core that contains the seeds. I wonder if you could replant these seeds. Grow your own peppers. There's a thought. Start my own garden. Yeah, community gardening. No, get back to reality. Okay, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I have a green thumb. Yeah, right, okay. I could grow dirt. That's about it. Okay, so there's that piece done, and we'll clean this one out. And we're going to leave these big, like I said, because we're going to cook them on the grill. Then we're going to cut them up before we put them on our pizza. Okay, our last thing is some beautiful, label. Remember what I told you about making sure you take the label off? Well, try to remember, would you? Because I don't. Okay, there we go. Now we have some big, beautiful portobello mushrooms. And you know what? I'm just going to leave these things whole like this, and they're going on the grill. So we need to flip open our grill here. There we have it. Beautiful warm heat coming out of there. It's fairly low, so I'm going to put my meat on first. You can hear the sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Okay, and this is our meat. We're going to grill it up on this side here. Get it nice and warm. Okay, I should actually had a half a brain here and done that a little different, but that's okay. Okay, so there, that one fell through, so that's why you need to leave them big. Okay, I'll get that guy in a second. Put those there, that goes there. We have one more piece of meat here, and of course our portobello mushrooms are gonna go right there and right there. So there's all our meat, our veggies, all cooking on the grill. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut that lid. I'm gonna flip them in about 30, 40 seconds, and then we're gonna take them off. We're gonna cut them up into smaller pieces for our pizza. Then we're gonna spread out our door. So community cooking will be back in just, okay, we're back. All our stuff is barbecued nicely here. It's all warmed up, very good. Basically, we just wanna give it that barbecue kind of feel to it. So we're gonna pick up all our pieces, put them over here. As you can see, they got lovely barbecue lines on them, and they smell like barbecue, and there's a little spitting at us and everything like that. And that's what barbecue's all about, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at these beautiful pieces of meat. We're taking them all off our grill. We're gonna cut them up over here and just stick them in a bowl for now, because they're gonna go on top of our pizza dough once we roll it out and get it all perfected the way we want it. Oh, those mushrooms. You know what, I'll tell you, this stuff smells wonderful. Now, here's where you need long-handled lifters, which I don't have. So anybody out there wants to get me something long-handled lift? As you can see, we've left some green pepper down there on the bottom part on purpose, because that's going to add flavor to our whole pizza. So that's an on-purpose thing. Do you believe me? Okay. All right, so let's put that lid down because we want this to warm up just like an oven. We're at 300 degrees right now. Okay, so we're going to take our stuff here and we're going to cut it up into smaller pieces. So I have a fork here and my knife. So we're going to cut it up to pieces that you would use on a pizza. So we'll just go like this here. 1, 2, and cut it in half again. I like large chunks, and this is kind of a gourmet barbecue pizza, so it's out of the ordinary. So we're going to make it different. So there's our one of our red peppers are going to go in here, like so. And they're just softened up. They're not They haven't lost their, their crispness, but they're just softened up enough, and they have that barbecue kind of feel to it. This truly is a gourmet pizza. Maybe the guys at Boston Pizza, but maybe I could come down and do this for them. Maybe that's what we could do. Or maybe they'll add it to their menu. How about that? Daryl's BBQ Pizza. Is the thinking a little big, am I? Okay, well, sorry, Glenn. Just a thought anyways. Okay, so we cut up. Now, didn't that turn out lovely? I love the way the yellow here has gotten the brown slightly, I'll say it, a little burnt from the barbecue or singed. But man, that flavor is going to be out of this world. Because with anything, if you singe it a bit or you brown it a bit, like garlic, perfect example, garlic. If you take garlic and you use garlic just plain, it has one taste. And if you put it into a sauce or something and you just warm it up with the sauce, it has a different taste. But if you fry garlic, fry it to a certain extent, it has one taste. If you fry it till it's like browned, very browned, it has another taste. And if you bake garlic, once again, it has another taste. So you know what, you really just got to experiment with everything that you do each and every way. So we're now cutting up our different pieces of meat. I'm going to quarter these pieces because I like large chunks, and this is it's going to be our large chunk gourmet pizza. Will rival that meat lovers one or whatever you find all over the place here. We're going to really kick this up a notch, have this big beautiful chunks of pizza ready for you, the viewers, to enjoy through me, let's say, vicariously, because for sure I'm going to eat a lot of this one today. I know it's not low carb, but hey, I love pizza very much, so I'm going to give myself a treat and have this pizza today. Okay, so we have a few more pieces to cut up here. Then we're going to cut up our portobello mushroom. No, you could actually barbecue anything and put it on this. I mean, if you want to use chicken, if you want to use different types of meat, if you want to, in fact, use, like, say, onions, which not my favorite thing in the whole world, but I understand that people do like them. So you could barbecue onions on there. You could barbecue zucchini and put it on your pizza. Heck. Now, another way to do this, actually, my wife probably had a little better way than what I've done here today, is that if you put your vegetables and stuff already cut up into small pieces, but you put them on skewers and you shish kebab them and then pull it off and put it on your pizza. That's probably a little easier way than I did today. But then again, I'm a guy and I do everything the hard way. Okay, there we go. So this is all of our meats and everything. So it's relatively warm, but I think I can grab it. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Now you can see the flavors are mixing together too, which is going to make it all that much more appetizing on our pizza. Okay, so there we have it. Oh, we missed one piece there. Let's do that one right now. So all our meats are done. Now, I'll tell you, this old top here is getting kind of slippery. So be careful that you don't lose your food on the ground, slipping off on you. Because I know it's going to happen to me, for sure. Okay, so our portobello mushroom. Now, portobello mushrooms have a taste all their own. Once again, they're a little more expensive than the regular mushrooms. But then again, you got to treat yourself to some different tastes every once in a while. It's quite a nice thing. These are large mushrooms. So we're going to leave, once again, large pieces. This is a large piece pizza. That's what it's all about. We're not going to put a lot of sauce on our pizza today because we want the flavors of all these vegetables and meats to intermingle together. We'll put some beautiful cheese on top. We've got some different cheeses. We've got a 3-cheese blend we're going to use. We also have some fresh Parmesan that we're going to put on to our pizza. Now, this pizza is once again going to be a little different than most pizzas. Okay, we'll put that in there. All these things now are just going to kind of mold together. Sure that nobody wants that aluminum. Okay, so we'll take this. We're just going to put it aside for now. When we come back from the break, I'm going to spread out my pizza dough. I'm going to lace it with olive oil. We're going to put it on the one side that's still lit. Yes, the one side that's still lit, because we're going to try to brown it and then flip it and brown it. So that's on Community Cooking, and we'll be back in. Okay, we're back now. What I'm going to do is this dough here, it's risen. I'm going to put some oil right on it because I want this very oily because I don't want it to stick at all on our grill. So I'm going to knead this up a bit. Well, I need it a lot because I need pizza. No, sorry. Okay, all right, so there we go. We're kneading up the dough. It rose nicely. I'm going to put some oil down here just because we need to make sure that nothing sticks anywhere. Okay, so we'll get rid of our bowl. Not quite like the kitchen, eh? Just kind of throw it away. We're outside, what the heck, eh? Okay, so now I'm going to put, like I said, I'm going to use lots of oil on this thing because I'm not afraid to use more oil. Sorry, I don't mean to bump you guys. Ah, stay away from me. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna spread out our dough. It's not gonna be quite, you know, totally round pizza, but it'll be there, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's that. It's gonna be this kind of squared pizza, a little squared. Okay, now we're leaving this dough fairly thick. Okay, so now this whole thing is gonna be an interesting jaunt into life here. This is a stage for me. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. Now, do I dare? Okay, what are we gonna do? We're going to try to lift out our upper section without burning myself too badly. Okay, so that comes off there, that slides out of there, and then we'll put it on the grass there. Da-da, da-da-da. Not too bad. Okay, so now our pizza dough is gonna go on this side. We're gonna leave it there and close the lid. Okay, I'm taking a really big risk here that that's not gonna stick to that thing, okay? I'm hoping it's not. It might. Okay, so I have to see how it's doing here. We don't have a lifter. I didn't bring half the utensils I needed for this. Oh yeah, okay, so. Okay, let's see if we can peel this off here. Peel it off, peel it off, peel it off. It's hot. Whoa. Okay. We had moderate success. What I wanted to do was exactly that. I wanted to get a browned section that had the barbecue taste to it onto this side here. I'm gonna say we had moderate success with it all. Thumbs up. Okay. So now, this is in on this side here. Now it's well oiled. We really well oiled our dough. Plus, this is a non-stick coating on our tinfoil. Okay, what we need to do now is, Darby, you need to look at all those beautiful things that we're going to put on there while I quickly run into Never Never Land and get a couple things over here. Hi there. We're okay. No worries. Okay, now we have our pizza sauce, which is really hard to open when you have greasy hands. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit of that on there. I'm gonna spread it around with a fork. Okay, so there we go. Now this is a spicy and garlic, which, you know me, if it ain't spicy and it doesn't have garlic, I'm not overly interested in it. Okay, so we spread this out all over our dough, like so. Now this takes about 20 minutes to bake. So once we get this done, we can sit back in the chair, relax, have a good time. Because hey, that's what pizza's all about. Okay, now we're gonna add our veggies and our mushrooms and our meat. So some veggies all over the place here, some meat, spread it around, pieces everywhere. Oh, it looks good, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Okay, this is gonna be one terrific pizza. Okay, we've got to get some more meat on there. Oh yeah. I love cooking and I love barbecue. And this looks tremendous. Okay, so now we also got to add some cheese. So put our lid back on our pizza dough. We're going to open up our cheese thing here. Does it say tear here? Okay, I teared there and it opened. How about that? Okay, now, so this is our 3 cheese blend. It has cheddar, Colby, and Monterey Jack in it. So we sprinkle that onto our pizza, like so. It's okay to go over the edges a bit. It's quite all right. Now this dough will, of course, rise in here because we are treating this just like an oven. We're going to adjust the heat to get about 400 degrees, approximately. Now we're going to add an extra little flavor that I love is fresh Parmesan. Now some people call this the stinky cheese, but I love fresh Parmesan. And you know what? This is my gourmet pizza. So there we have it, our fresh Parmesan on top of our pizza. We made up a dough from a pizza mix. Actually, let's put the lid down. That's what we need. Heat to rise in there. So at 300 degrees now, I'm going to turn up this side just a little bit. we'll watch that. So we got a pizza dough from a pizza box, and then we cut up veggies, all different types, peppers and portobello mushrooms. We also cut up a number of different types of meat. Now we cut them into big chunks and we grilled them on one half of our grill. Then we cut them up and put them on our pizza. And then we grilled one side of our pizza dough. If I was daring, I would have grilled both sides, but it kind of was breaking apart on me and I didn't want to risk it. And so then we put it onto the other half of our grill, which doesn't have the heat on it. So this half of our barbecue grill, our burners, are going. It's throwing the heat up and over top and making this just like an oven. So this needs to sit in there for about 20 minutes. We'll keep checking it, we'll keep watching it, and who knows, maybe we'll have to have, a cool beverage outside here until everything's done. It's community cooking, we'll be back in. Well, there it is. I managed to lift it up onto a wooden board. We're gonna take it over here. Now, is that a gourmet pizza or what? You know, I had my doubts as we went along, like I told y'all. This is the first time for me too on this. So what we have here is we have a beautiful gourmet pizza. Look at how wonderful that looks. Those huge chunks, the cheese all melted together. Our crust has risen so nicely. Oh, I'll tell you, I am so happy with the way this has all turned out. And we're gonna cut ourselves a piece here. Don't mean to get in front of you there. Now, it is going to be very hot because honestly, this just came off the grill. And what we did, I'll tell you a little bit what we did. Let that cool for a sec. We had the grill running on this side here, like I talked about before. This side here was on, and I turned it up a bit to get a more of an oven thing, oven feel to our barbecue. Then we noticed that the bottom of the crust was not turning brown yet. So we turned the heat up on the other side below the tin foil, just onto medium for about 2 minutes. And what that did is it browned the bottom, as you can see here. See how it browned the bottom for us, just like a perfect pizza should be. And then we shut it off again and let the heat go for another minute. And then it just simply finished cooking on the top. The cheese melted beautifully. Everything looks wonderful. I have a little piece here that broke off, and you know what I'm gonna do? This is my taste here. Oh my. Oh. You know what? I often said pizza is one of the best foods on the whole planet, and now you can make your pizza on your barbecue. It is tremendous. I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for being with us. Thanks Safeway for getting all the produce and products we need to even have a barbecue if you need to buy one. And thank everybody out there. We hope you've enjoyed community cooking for this week, and we'll see you next week cooking around the kitchen or outside.